Beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, Supreme Medium Diviner. Today's topic is a serious topic. We are going to be discussing doing ritual work, and this ritual is waking up the dead. I want to go ahead and say that everyone can listen to this video, but if you're going to participate in this ritual, you need to be at a spiritual level where you know what you're doing, or you need to get with someone who does, okay? Before we get started, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you can be notified. I have fixed that. I got you all's messages, and yes, it was on my end. Forgive me. You guys can now subscribe to my channels with no problems, okay? And beware of the scammers. You know, we always have to get this out the way because I get new people following me and subscribing. So I want y'all to beware of the scammers, okay? If you need my service, you're going to get on my website unless I tell you otherwise, okay? And I do not reach out to anybody, okay? All right, now that we got that out the way, again, this ritual is how to wake the dead. I was just sitting around and I was like, this is something that I know how to do. I don't talk about it often, but since I'm on this platform, I feel like, you know, this is the time for me to open up to you guys to see another side of me that you don't see me talk about a lot. And this is rituals that are performed with the dead. So if you're new to my channel, I am a voodoo priestess and I am a medium. That means I practice necromancy. I speak to the dead. But not only do I speak to the dead, I have a special relationship with the dead where I can do certain things. I have the authority to do so, okay? And so I want to talk to you guys about, you know, waking up the dead, because there are a lot of people that can do this. It's not just me. And you may have a lot of questions. And these are things that can be done, that other people can have done for them if they need something, okay? So let's just get right into it. So I'm going to tell you, first of all, why would you want to do this? Why would you want to wake the dead? Other than missing this person, of course, you're going to do this if you need help with something, you need protection, or you want to have someone removed, okay? When I say have someone removed, this is what I mean by serious inquiries. When I say have someone removed, I'm not talking about to another town. I'm talking about we out of here, if you know what that means, okay? That's what that means. No ifs, ands, and buts about it, okay? So think about that really hard before you make that request, and you're going to know why. Okay, so there are two ways that this ritual can be performed. If you're strong enough, you can do this in your sleep. If you're not strong enough, you can do this while awake. If you do it while it's in your sleep, what's going to happen is you're going to meet this person at a table. There's going to be a light, and you're going to have some food, preferably something sweet like a cake. Where are we going to get them? The astral realm. What is the astral realm? The astral realm is a realm where everybody is. This is the part of your self, the vessel, part of the soul. Not all parts of the soul. We have different parts. One part of the soul and the vessel are together, and it's in the astral. This is also why you can astral travel. Everybody astral travels, okay? You astral travel when you're asleep. Everybody that's breathing can astral travel. You just may not be aware of it because you don't have the gift to control it. I have the gift to control it. If you have the gift to control your astral travel, then you are somebody that can wake the dead in your sleep. If you do not have the gift to control your astral travel, then I will tell you how you would do it. So, like I said, this is why everybody can astral travel. Because when you die, again, the vessel in this part of the soul is located in this astral realm. So the astral realm is not something that hasn't been spoken about, okay? The astral realm is mentioned in the King James Bible, all right? But it's under a different name, okay? So in Genesis, whenever you see the term the city of On, O-N, this is the astral realm they're talking about. In Ezekiel, if you ever see the term, I think it's pronounced Avon, A, V as in Victor, E as in Edward, N as in Nancy, they're referring to the astral realm. In Jeremiah, if you ever hear the term, when you ever see the term Beth Shemesh, which means house of the sun, this is the astral realm. The Egyptians, ancient Egyptians, called it Anu, A-N-N-U. Okay? This is where everybody goes. Everybody goes. You don't have to be good. You don't have to be bad. You're going to go here. When you do ancestral worship, and you know how you give the ancestors money, you give them food, you talk to them. This is where you're accessing that part of them from. This is why you give them food. This is why you give them money. This is the place where they utilize this. Okay? So it's very important when you do ancestral worship that you feed your ancestors, you give them money, you take care of them, and they take care of you. But you take care of them because in the astral, this is where they use this. All right? So this is where everybody goes. So when you want to wake the dead, this is the place that you're going to when you wake them. Okay? So if you have the ability to control your astral, like I said, you're going to go to the astral realm. You're going to meet them. You're going to be at a table. You're going to have, it's going to be like some light, like some lamps glaring down on the table, okay? And you're going to have some cake. Why do you have the light? Because they have the light in the astral. House of the sun. The sun is very essential to the astral realm, okay? You need that. It's important because you have to have this light in order to do this ritual. It represents the energy from the sun. So, when you access them, what happens next? You guys, let me back up. You're going to, this is not spirit, okay? I want to make sure that I emphasize this, okay? This is not spirit. This is the body and a part of the soul. Again, like I said, not all parts of the soul. And you're going to understand what I mean. You're going to realize that this is their body. So let me give you an example. When you have a dream about someone that you know, and you're like, it's so real, it feels so real. You're in the astral. That's not a dream. It is real. So just imagine how that feeling is when you know that you were with somebody. That's how it's going to feel when you go wake them up. Okay? All right. So once you wake them up, this is what's going to happen. They're going to come back with you out of the astral. You're going to be here back on the earthly realm. They're going to be in the spiritual realm. Okay? Follow me. They're going to come out the astral and they're going to go in the spiritual realm. All right? When they go in the spiritual realm, they stay there until you've completed the task or until you understand the assignment. Because when there's something that needs to be done, it might not be done right then, but you have an understanding, okay? So, as you're coming out of the astral and they're going into the spiritual realm, they're going to give you instructions on what to do. Whether it's certain people you have to talk to, whether it's certain things that you have to say, whether it's certain things that you have to do. They're going to show you step by step. It is important that you follow it step by step. Okay? It is important that you understand the assignment to the T. Okay? So let me make you understand something. You may not be able to put it all together at the moment, but you should be able to understand what you have done, okay? And to follow their instructions. Like I said, meaning if it's something you're supposed to say to somebody, if it's something that you're supposed to do, you may not understand it at the time, right? But when the time comes for it to come into use, you're going to know what it was about. That is why I'm telling you guys, you need to be have a very high spiritual intellect when it comes to this, okay? Don't do this if you're new. This is not for you, okay? So, once you have all of your instructions, you must follow through with it, okay? If you do not follow through with your instructions, the person that you came and got out their astral, out of their comfort zone, and brought that part of their soul and their body to the spiritual realm, you done messed up. This is where you have a ghost. This is where the ghost comes from. This is where ghosts come from. Okay? It's a difference between spirits and ghosts. It all dwells down to the part of the soul. The spirit is more so the essence of the person, the aura of the person. The ghost is more of the vessel and part of the person. Okay? Just because spirits are around you don't mean that you have a ghost. Ghosts come about when they're misplaced. They're misplaced from the astral realm. Because they came to help you do something and you woke them. So that means if it's not done, the job isn't completed. They can't go back until you do it. And so if you don't do it, they gonna get you. You wasted their time. You wasted their time. Okay? That is where you get a ghost. And you will be haunted. Haunted, however you want to say it. Okay? That is where you have a ghost. I don't care what type of relationship you have with this person. Going to the astral is very, very serious. Okay? So, we talked about if you're a person that can control your astral travel, that you can do this in your sleep. Let's talk about people who cannot control their astral travel, but they do have the ability to do this ritual. So you're still going to do this like at a table. You're still going to have some food, but you're going to do it on a sunny day. Okay? The sun needs to be out. That light from the sun is very crucial. Okay? The reason why in the astral it looks like a light, it's the energy from the sun, but it's going to look like a lamp. But here in the earthly realm, we can't use the lamp. That's not practical because that's not the same type of energy. Okay? You're going to call upon them at this table, and you're going to have this offering, this food. You're going to call upon them. Okay? And when you call upon them, you're going to ask for a sign to make sure that they come through. All right? And what you're going to do is you're going to wait to see if they come through that spiritual realm. So when you go to sleep that night, you're not going to go to the astral. You're going to go to the spiritual realm. And they're going to meet you there. And then you're going to follow those steps. Okay? Now, if you don't have access to the spiritual realm, this won't work for you. Okay? So you can't do this. So, a few things. Either you're powerful enough to do this in the astral, but you must be able to enter the spiritual realm. Okay? If you can't enter the spiritual realm, you can't do it at all. Because you have to have access to that spiritual realm. All right. So, what you should have learned from this is that waking the dead means if you need protection, this is why you're going to do it. If you need protection, if you need somebody removed, or you need help with somebody. If you need somebody removed, that means gone forever. And we know what that means, okay? If you can't access the spiritual realm, you can't do this at all. If you do not have the spiritual intellect to understand the assignment, to be able to put things together when the time is needed, you can't do this. If you can do all those things and you don't complete it for whatever reason, they can't go back to the astral. They're yours. And they're in the spiritual realm. And you have a ghost on your hands. And just because they're yours doesn't mean that they're going to be nice. It's nothing like that. We ain't talking about zombies doing what you say. They're yours because you woke them. They will haunt you. So, I felt like I should share this because a lot of cultures, a lot of ethnicities in their cultures do things, but you don't hear a lot of us Americans having our rituals. We have a lot of rituals, but it's not openly talked about, especially when it comes to waking the dead. And I wanted to give you guys a way to do that. Okay? Also, you will also know that they're around, even not in the spiritual, okay? So when you do complete it, when you do complete everything, they stick around for a little bit. Not long. They make their presence known to you, okay? They make their presence known to you because they are a ghost, all right? But they don't stay. So don't be alarmed if you feel them, hear them, see them as a ghost. Don't be alarmed. As long as you did what you were supposed to do, they go back to the astral. They go back to the astral and that's it. Okay? It's only when you don't do what you're supposed to do that they're here. And they're on you. You have a ghost. Okay? So, I hope this helped y'all understand how to do this. If it's something that you're interested in and you want more understanding, you can always book with me to get a consultation or a spiritual coaching and we can talk more about it. If you need to know if you're ready to do this, I can help you assist you in making that decision. And again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. You can hit the bell now so you can be notified. That's been fixed. Beware of the scammers. If you're going to book with me, it's going to be on my website unless I tell you otherwise, okay? And again, I really enjoyed doing this. I really enjoyed putting this together for you guys, so you can see how this is done and that it actually can be done, okay? So I hope y'all got what you needed out of this, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.